Hey guys, welcome back to the garage. It's turned really cold here in Virginia and I'm needing to spray some epoxy, but I've put that off on hold until the temperatures warm up a little bit. And I'm actually looking at the top of the car trying to get a game plan whether or not I'll repair it or replace it, because I need to know that to determine how I'm going to replace the quarters. And some of this is going to require some sanding. And you guys know I don't like to sand in here because this is where I spray as well. I bought a vacuum sander. I never quite got the parts to make it work. So I sat down the other night and figured out exactly what I needed. Got those parts in and I thought we'd just take a look at it. Alright guys, I want to bring you along for this. A couple years ago I decided to upgrade my DA sander. This is the one that I was using. It's a 6-inch sander, 3/16 orbit, and it works really good except for it just had a lot of vibration. And after using it for a while, my hands would be just that tingly feeling that you get, kind of like when you weed eat or something like that. And I just decided if I could find something better. I was looking at these 3M sanders and I really didn't know which one to get. I ended up thinking it would be a good idea to get one with a vacuum on it. But when I got this one, I couldn't really figure out what I needed to make it work. 3M doesn't make it very easy for you to figure out exactly what parts you need. So I wound up really buying this one. And this is a 3/16 5-inch sander. Now I messed up. I should have bought the 6. 6 is the industry standard in automotive. I'm going to end up buying an interface pad and a 6-inch pad for this one. But I thought it would be cool at the time to have a smaller pad. That way you could get into smaller areas. And I still buy the 6-inch paper. And you can see the black Sharpie line around there. And I've just been cutting my paper. The remnants that I cut off, I've actually been using them to get into the just the hand sanding and all the little recessed areas and stuff like that. But one thing about 3M, their handles are color coded, and like I mentioned, this is a 3/16 orbit, and this one is a 5/16 orbit. And I think they even make a 3/8 orbit. And I guess the 5/16 would be more for stripping or filler work, stuff like that. I'm not real sure, but that's just kind of what I was thinking. Anyway, I just thought it would be nice to have one with a vacuum. So I sat down one evening and I figured out exactly what I thought I needed. And I thought I'd show that to you. And we'll try it out. You guys will learn firsthand with me whether or not this is total waste or whether it was a good investment. So first of all, this is part number 28502. That's the sander number. And when you get it, it just comes with this exhaust port here. Does not come with this fitting. This fitting is this part number. It's a left-handed thread, and I just wanted to show you what it looked like. So it just screws into this exhaust port, and your hose will go on this part of it. So guys, I'll put links in the description below where I bought these parts at. Sometimes when you find these parts, you have to buy a minimum quantity of them. They tried to ship each one of them individually. So if you do buy these, send them a note and tell them just ship them all at the same time. They did give me a credit back when I called them, and just wanted to pass that along to you guys. So like I said, this just fits in the end here, and it is a left-handed thread. It's pretty tight to get in there. So that's what that's going to look like. This is a 1-inch external threads to a 1-inch hose barb fitting. You can see the barbs right there. So what this does is it's supposed to fit into this hose here, which is their hose, which is this 3M part number. And from there, I wanted to go into a shop vac. And these hoses that you get in these shop vacs, these smaller ones, they're 1.25 inches. And I've had a few of these. I run them on my blast cabinet, and I run a bag inside this. I think that's definitely what you need to do, especially for any type of major dust control. This is the bag that I have in my shop vac, and of course I've got the filter on it. So that's what you're going to want to have. I believe it's going to work, but in order to fit the 1-inch hose to the 1.25-inch hose, you need another adapter, and hopefully that's what this is. This is an internal one, which hopefully should just screw onto the outside. We'll see. It's 1-inch hose thread to 1.25 internal hose thread. So let's get you set up on the stand. We'll put it together. This is 6-inch hook and loop. You can see the holes in there where the vacuum cleaner is supposed to be able to suck the dust up. And not really sure if I went with the right paper. This is the 36172. It is the Hook It 80 grit. And just thought we'd give it a try. This is the part that threads the shop vac hose. This is just going to thread onto here. Again, left-handed. So then I'm going to take my shop vac hose and I'm going to thread it on. And that's what that's going to look like when it gets done. So guys, I may end up having to buy another piece of sandpaper here. This one's not really lining up like I think it should. I may have got the wrong one. So then the next step will be to push this on. That's pretty tight. I did cut the vacuum cleaner on, and you can definitely feel a lot of suction. Guys, that's pretty cool. There isn't any dust at all in the floor. There isn't any built up around the paper. I like it. Guys, this is awesome. This is my new favorite sander for in the garage in the wintertime. See the dust? Wow, what a difference. Tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna set you up a little bit higher. We're gonna get up there where the roof is. There's a lot of filler on that roof. And we'll give it the true test with the filler. You guys are going to see this sander being used a lot here on the channel. I can't believe I let it sit in the cabinet for that long. But this one is a really smooth sander. It's variable speed. And it don't take long for the dust to start flying. Now my other DA left a lot of dust sitting there on the panel. I'm gonna turn the vacuum cleaner on and just roll that over it without actually pressing the trigger, see if it'll pick it up. There's what my disc looks like. You can still see it's clean. This is actually going to keep your paper from clogging up, and it should make it last longer. And you're not going to have to be stopping to sweep the panel or vacuum the panel or taking an air hose and blowing all that dust into the air. Now I figured once I got down onto this part, I thought maybe some dust would shoot out of here. The only dust I've got on me is where I used that little sander a few minutes ago. Right there's the end of the hose. So you can definitely tell that dust is going up in there. So guys, I hope you found this information useful. And until next time, when I have a little bit more progress, I'll be back online. Thank you guys.